Welcome to the Watchin It podcast pre-Christmas special. I'm your host, Robert, and with me is Donnell, and as always,
returning again,
Mr. Christmas himself,
Mr. Christmas.
Mike,
Look at that.
here to
New
decide
title.
what we'll be watching.
yes.
We're gonna
Gonna
go
start thinking
over
about
the big data
Right.
of this year's Christmas movies,
Yep.
and both me and Donnell have selected 5 each,
Mm-hmm.
and Mike is gonna pick what we're watching.
Mike's gonna
Yeah.
pick.
And then a little special thing
Yeah.
that
You
I've
like it
done
or not?
for the end.
But first, quick, Mike, how you been? How's things been? How you doing, man?
It's been pretty great. I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys moving the schedule around my travel holiday.
I
Or
mean-
holiday travel. I guess.
Yeah, where did you go?
So I went to Germany.
For how long?
It was like the 1st to the 15th. So 2nd to the 15th. So like
Okay, that's a
almost-
pretty good trip.
About
Yeah,
2
almost
weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
About 2
I
weeks.
know. I had this dog at my place for
yep.
those 2 weeks.
Oh man,
Yeah, appreciate that. But I mainly went for Christmas markets. So I really got into the spirit of Christmas before this episode.
No. I mean, you
So-
took
So
the
what's-
trip
what's-
for this episode.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
special-
It was like for
You're
know,
doing research.
on-site research. Yeah. Exactly.
what's special about German Christmas markets?
Oh my god. So they're fantastic. First
Now
of all.
I've never personally been to a Christmas market.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So that's what's so
I've heard of them.
beautiful of.
I've seen them in some movies.
Yeah.
Some of these movies you might be watching.
and they're great, and we don't have anything like it here unless you pay a ton of money for it, right? Like and it's not usually worth it when
What
you do
about
it in the
Leavenworth?
US. Even in Leavenworth,
All right,
it's
well,
like
sure.
you got to go real far away. Like the whole beauty of like a German Christmas market is that first of all, they can be multiple different sizes. So they could be just like 4 stands and like a person, singing carols in the Christmas tree or whatever. Like in like this little town. But the idea is you pretty much like they run the whole month and they're open like a lot of times they'll open like 10 a.m. till like 9 or 10, sometimes 11 o'clock at night. But the idea is then you just like you'll work all day and then you're like afterwards you're like, hey, do you want to go to the Christmas market? And then you just go down with a bunch of your friends and you just drink a bunch of Glühwein and like which we were just talking about, eggnog, which is always alcoholic, I guess.
Yes.
And so like
I mean,
you
not
just drink-
always.
Not always.
So in Germany though,
regularly,
yeah.
normally it would have alcohol.
Yeah, but
Yes,
like in
doesn't have
Germany,
to,
it's like every time you went to Christmas market, you would go and you would get Glühwein, which is mulled wine, right? Which is a bunch of spices and stuff, and then like eggnog, which is alcohol, like has alcohol in it, and then you would have like hot chocolate, and you can get it with a shot of alcohol in it. Like so, it's like this outdoor bar, beer garden, but you're also shopping for like holiday ornaments and like getting a bunch of food and stuff. And then what's really cool about it is. It's like I think now it's considered like to be a sustainability effort, but I think they've always kind of done this. But when you buy a drink in a Christmas market, it always comes in a Christmas market mug, and so you pay a deposit for the mug. So it's like a glass of Glühwein, which is about 0.2 liters. So it's just like it's a small little like glass of mulled wine. It'll cost you like $10, but $5 is the deposit for the glass. And so you can just keep coming back and they'll give it, they'll refill your mug if you want, or you can keep the mug for £5 or $5. Or you can return the mug and they'll give you the $5 back.
Okay.
So there's no one's using a bunch of like plastic cups and paper clips and things of that nature. So that's kind of.
Did you?
I
keep
kept
the mug?
so many mugs. I think I have like 11 Christmas mugs from all different cities. Yeah.
Nice.
It's great.
Nice. Yeah. Where all did you go over there?
I went
in
to
Germany, but-
Cologne first, which is the birthplace of Cologne.
Okay.
So was it
okay.
named Cologne before?
Before?
Or after? Like, which namesake day? Is it
Yeah.
called Cologne because that's where they made Cologne, or is it? Do we call it Cologne because it was made in Cologne?
I think we call it Cologne because it was made in Cologne.
Okay.
Yeah. That
and
makes
then
sense.
typical again. There's a word for this that I didn't. It happens everywhere you go. It's not called Cologne in Germany, right? So they
Right.
would pronounce it Köln. It's like K.
Köln.
Köln. Yeah, I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but
Right.
it's spelled Koln, right? Köln. But then everywhere else calls it Cologne, which is always it's just like how we call it Munich, but it's München or whatever. Like it's So
or Iraq when it's really Iraq.
what?
Iraq.
instead of Iraq,
Oh, right,
Yeah,
but that's okay.
We
sure.
highlight the I.
or Iran
Yeah.
instead of Iran.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a pronunciation there. But this was like all like it's spelled completely different.
Right.
Oh,
right.
fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah. So like, but yeah. So I went to Cologne, and then I went to not Belgium, Berlin, and then Munich, and then I also did a day trip to Bonn and a day trip to Salzburg, Austria. Yeah, so
Nice. Sounds like a good trip.
it was great,
Sounds fun.
super fun.
Sounds like a little tipsy all the time.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's impressive.
I mean,
like,
they don't even have running water; they just have running beer.
yeah, pretty much. But
Yeah.
and what's crazy too is because you got to remember too, it's like in Germany, especially in Bavaria, like in the Munich area, they just had Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Right. So they
Yeah.
literally go from Oktoberfest and then straight into Christmas markets. So they're like, oh, we drank too much beer during Oktoberfest. Like, we should probably take a break. And they're like, what if we just drink mulled wine for the whole rest of the summer?
Yeah.
And they're like,
We'll
yeah,
take it
no,
easy,
yeah,
just
that's true. Yeah,
eggnog
you go.
and mold.
Hey,
Yeah,
you need
just
the
like
calories.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly. It's still gotta stay warm. Like, yeah. So
Nice.
it's for Christmas. So yeah.
Nice. All right, well, let's jump into some data from this year.
We are basing almost all of this from the EW.com Entertainment Weekly and their annual list. And again, we've been shafted.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would previously say I am happy to partner with them in this endeavor, but with how they have been presenting the list lately, it does make me upset that this is the main source of information we can pull from.
You know, I'm going to write them a letter
I was gonna say, have
Yeah.
you
and ask
have
them.
you sent
You
them
can
an
probably email them and be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, why was this
Why was this removed?
awesome part removed?
Yeah. You know, let's do it. Let's
Because like
watch.
last year, we looked it up, and it initially had it.
It had it, and then
They removed
disappeared,
it like halfway
like,
through the
when we looked
I
at it
mean,
the first time, it was like only had like 40 movies, so we knew it wasn't the full list. We're like, oh, we'll come back in a little bit, and then we come back and it's just gone. And I'm just like, what's did they fire the guy who does the contains or what? I
mean,
don't know.
there's an author, right, of the article.
Well, I'm assuming that these are submitted by the studios as like
Yeah.
part of their marketing.
Yeah, but but the whole webpage of the article probably has an
Yeah.
author, right?
It's,
Like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
should
yeah.
Just,
So this year's author
Emmeline
is
Travis.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
you should just email them.
Yeah, we can hit them up and be like, let's see. I'm gonna look at
Send them
And she
previous
joined in
years.
Send them this
2022.
podcast episode and be like,
She
hey,
joined in 2022, so the Contains was part of it when she joined.
Yeah, when she first
She joined in August of 2022, but I don't know
But-
if she
oh,
did
oh,
the
she or they,
previous
we don't know her
years.
Yeah. And Dan, no, 2022 was Dan Schernerson, and 2021 because I have the other ones pulled up here. 2021 was also it was Dan. We got to get Dan back. What happened? Oh, he left EW in 2023.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
I don't know, but
Maybe he's doing a list.
It
somewhere.
was Dan, and
What
Dan's
is
no
his
longer
full
there.
name? Dan what?
Dan SNIERSON.
I think we just found.
Snyerson?
I think
Yeah.
I think you need to have a special
We need-
episode
What a
where you bring
Chad.
them.
He may have just
bring them
retired.
on
He
as like
looks
a
like he
guest.
might be old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he left in 2020, and that explains it all. No, that literally explains it all. Dan was doing it. Dan was the man, and then Dan was like, "Hey, I'm out. This is Emery. She's taking over," and she's like, "You don't need no contain." And I'll tell you something, you do need contain.
Dude, he worked for EW from 1994 to 2023. That fool is retired.
Yeah,
He went to
yeah,
go write a
yeah.
book.
Yeah, that's good man though. Good man. We missed you, Dan. Anyways,
Pour one out.
pour one out if you're having some
Yeah.
eggnog. Pour one out for Dan, folks. All right, so let's jump into the numbers here. So first off, I want to talk about previous years. So first year that we did this with Mike on, there were 147 movies.
That's a big year.
Yeah. It was also a year because everybody was locked indoors. So what are you going to do but make Hallmark movies? The next year, though, even bigger, 172 movies. Went crazy in 2022.
2022.
2023, we had a step back, 129. And this year, coming down even more, only 110 this year. I was surprised by. I was
That is a low
surprised.
number.
It was only 110. I mean, maybe we just, coming off the 2 COVID years, we're thinking like this is, 149, 172. Maybe we just
we also had
got used to that.
There was a writer's strike, wasn't there? So
There
was a writer's strike
yeah.
in there, but these are AI generated. No,
well, see now
you know,
they
I
are.
think I know. I think
that's what they were fighting for.
because in the 2021, 2022, 2020 kind of area, you had really a big jump in streaming services.
Right.
Putting out a lot of content. Like Disney Plus went hard. They went so hard that they had to like roll back the entire MCU by like 7 years. And I think, so remember,
we're saying that the MCU has suffered because of Christmas movies.
No, it's suffered because suffered because
reason.
of Disney Plus and them wanting to like just put out so much content. But I remember that that 2022 when they had so many movies, there were a lot of streaming services like Netflix
Everybody
and
was
whatnot
just putting out
stuff, and they were testing the water, seeing if they could get in on the Hallmark gravy. You know,
I think we talk about that.
And they probably bounced back
on those
They
episodes?
probably pulled that back a little bit.
Because there were like streaming services I'd never heard of, like Great American.
Yeah,
which
well, so I mean,
there was like a non-BET
so you bring
one that was like just black or something.
All black,
all black that had a bunch.
Yeah, that one.
So you bring up Great American Family, because that is one that until now we didn't show up. But let's do a quick breakdown of the numbers. First off, I'm not even gonna ask who you guys think did the most this year because it was Hallmark by a landslide.
Oh yeah,
and Hallmark. So here's the thing: Hallmark has 3 different categories on the list. There's Hallmark Channel, Hallmark Movies and Mystery, and Hallmark Plus. Hallmark Channel by itself destroyed the competition. There's 31 Hallmark movies. There's 47 if you include the other 2 categories of movies and Hallmark Plus. But so instead of that, let's not talk about who did the most. Let's talk about who did the second most. So you guys want to take a stab at who did the second most?
That's non-Hallmark derivative.
Non-Hallmark derivative.
I'm gonna go with oh man, what's the one that's like Great American Family?
You would be correct. They have taken the crown or the second place trophy from Lifetime. Lifetime only did 12 this year. Yeah. Great American Family is at 18. To go through the rest, Hallmark Movies and Mystery is at 9. BET still batting pretty strong at 8. Hallmark Plus at 7. Netflix, I feel like they found their ground. They put up a solid 5 this year. Up TV, which I have no idea what they are, did 5. Hulu did 4. This is an interesting one. For the first time ever, not only is it their first time on the list, they brought 2 with them. We have Shudder.
Yeah.
The horror network.
Nice. One of them's on my list.
Yeah. Okay. So Shudder came in with 2 Christmas movies, folks. Then we have AMC and OWN also at 2. And then 1 for Prime Video. Disney Plus obviously stepped back the game. I love that they're still here, though. Roku Channel putting out their every year. Roku Channel comes in with 1 Christmas movie. I'm glad they're here. We're never going to pick you, but keep doing your thing, Roku. CBS.
On the BET thing.
Yeah.
Did a Wesley South African Christmas make your list?
It almost did. Oh. It was close. It was so close.
Please don't do it, Donnell.
I put it on there because I knew it would be so
I did the odds,
up.
And Donnell did the evenings for pulling our list. And I saw that one just because of... And I was like, don't do it, Donnell. Don't do it. Look at that picture.
It was on my list. It was on my list. And then I was like, it's on my list, but this is a
African. This is racist.
I was like, this would be a meme pick. Like, it's not one I would legitimately expect. And then if Mike picks it, there's just going to be a weird Christmas episode of me and Robert being like,
You know what I love about the BET ones is like the cast of like all the like Lifetime and Hallmark ones are like 2 or 3 people. Mm-hmm. You know, all the BET ones is like, no, we naming everybody.
Yeah, they got
like,
everybody
like
up in there.
Names.
Anyways, wrapping things up. CBS, their first time on the list with 1. All Black returns, but only with 1 movie. They lowered their thing, and then we have 2 newcomers: Acorn TV, which I believe is a crime sort of thing, because their thing is
I've heard of them.
Detective story. That one was almost on my list too, but I went back from there. And then BYU TV. No idea who they are.
Don't know what that is. Yeah.
Like the Mormon college?
Maybe.
Is it a Mormon thing?
It's BYU TV.
I would watch the hell out of a Mormon.
I think that is, right?
Brigham. That could get wild.
Brigham Young, right? Brigham Young.
BYU TV.
Brigham Young University is a place.
Let's see. They're Primrose Railway Children. I'm trying to see if by looking at this, if I
we
could
can't
guess.
get into it, but sometimes you should look up the rules for attending BYU sometime.
Oh yeah,
it's like you're not allowed to watch anything but G-rated movies. Like you can get kicked out of college for watching a non-G-rated movie.
I think
on your own time. Like it's crazy.
Can we talk about Soaking? Is that like a?
No, we're not gonna go. No, this is we're trying to be more commercially viable.
Sorry, you can edit that part out then.
We just don't have to describe what it is. People can go and look it up if they want. As long as we're not talking about the.
Well, the guy who which this doesn't for sure or doesn't that denies it, but the guy who wrote or directed the movie for BYU TV is very much just a normal director. He's done Grey's Anatomy and he did Trainspotting and some other stuff. So
are you trying to say that Mormons aren't normal people?
I'm just saying normal in the sense of, like you said, everything has to be G, where this guy has non-G. He has Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 or 3 on his list of credits too. So if everything has to be G, I would imagine this man would also have to be G in order to.
I don't know if that's true or not.
In order to. Why would they? Anyways, moving on. We're moving on.
I did have a question though. So we always talk about this Great American Family channel. Is this a streaming channel? I've never. How do you watch Great American Family?
No clue. If we ever have one of them picked, we're gonna have to figure that out.
I tell you what, when I'm going through my list,
Yeah.
if it says Great American Family, I just delete it.
Yeah.
I don't even like consider it in the running.
usually do. Great American Family.
It is a
their
cable television network.
Their movies have a
It's a
look
cable
to 'em
television network.
that make me go, all right, so this year, the first Christmas movie you could watch, or the first day you could watch any of the Christmas movies this year, was November 1st.
Too early.
Both
Too
Hulu
early.
and Hallmark put out a Christmas movie on November 1st.
That's untrue. I disagree with that. I saw some from October, from before Halloween, from
did you?
October 26th.
On this list, I didn't see anything. Let me see, unless I missed it somehow. Oh, maybe I did. Hold up. Maybe I am wrong. Oh, yeah, October 12th.
Yeah.
Great American Family.
Yeah,
what the
wow.
hell are
Great
you
American
doing?
Family.
Yeah, great. Actually, a lot of great.
Hallmark Channel, October 18th, October 19th. Yeah, that's unacceptable to have
October.
one before. We
As
were
I
talking
said,
about this.
Christmas is falling.
Yeah,
Halloween is falling. I didn't think it would, but it's losing. It's losing the battle. Christmas is weighing its way in a little bit. Folks.
I mean, Thanksgiving definitely.
Oh, Thanksgiving has been dead for years
yeah,
now.
Yeah, we just recently
lost.
did an episode about the hot brink and the holidays and talking about how Halloween is no longer holding back Christmas. But no, it is unacceptable to have a Christmas movie come out before Halloween unless it's a fusion of Halloween and Christmas.
Sure. Yes. Maybe you can get away with that.
Wait, when did Shutters come out?
Shutters came out more in December, I think. Let's have a look. Shutter December 1st.
I'll give Shutter a pass.
And December
that's what I'm saying.
It is going to be
but no, but
horror related.
they're playing by the rules. Both theirs came out in December. Shutter's not going to be screwed. All right, Robert. So you mentioned some themes that you had noticed. I've also noticed some themes. I want to see if we got some of the same ones here.
Yep. People busy, too busy to find love. A lot of people really busy.
That's a very common theme.
Yep. A lot of non-American Christmases, like going to like Sweden or Britain or Africa, like
or
going out of the country.
Austria.
Yeah. A lot of that.
Because that's great. I mean, just speaking from experience.
A lot of girl meets football player.
Yes, and that's one I want to talk about.
American football player?
Yeah.
There is literally like
there's one on
here. Let me pull it up here.
I think I know which one you're going to
talk
about.
Called Christmas in the Spotlight.
Oh, no,
that's literally about a pop star that meets a football player
because of Taylor Swift and
Travis. Well, even more than that.
There's another one that's literally a Kansas Chiefs football player.
It's called Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story. And I'm like, this only exists because of Taylor Swift.
Boy, there's like a handful.
What if they had broken up before?
Look at the photo. It's just like, come on.
So just for everyone, the photo is a couple wearing Kansas Chief jackets, holding each other.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
it
this
makes
one,
sense,
oh,
though,
by the way,
Kansas City
this
is also
isn't
red.
Like, I'm saying, by the way, also this isn't. You think, oh, they're making a Kansas City Chief. This must be one of the outliers. maybe one of the up TV. No, this is Hallmark Channel. This is a Hallmark movie.
Yeah. The other one, the Christmas in the Spotlight, is Lifetime.
Do you think Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce get like any sort of kickback? Like,
I think they are.
I think they deserve a little
every
bit.
dollar they can out of everything related to their.
Yeah.
At least, like, do you think it's in the contract that it's like, hey, like you guys can't break up until after Christmas?
We've got
a lot of movies banking on what
because,
you guys are about.
Because these movies were all made in like March,
right? They all have to be like written and then shot right before. So.
I mean, if it wasn't like that, I guarantee this would definitely be one though that would have been like if they had broken up like in November, they'd be like, cut it, get that one out of the schedule, get it out. Nobody can see this.
Yeah. And then the last thing that I wanted to bring up as themes is they created a universe.
Yes. There's 2 of them. Robert.
There's 4 of them.
No, there's 2 different universes.
Oh, okay. So I got the.
Which one?
It's called Unwrapping Christmas.
Unwrapping
but
Christmas.
But I call
universe.
it the All Wrapped Up universe.
Yes, because everybody works it
all wrapped up.
What?
And
Go ahead, Robert.
there are 4 of these movies.
The first
one
like a big department store.
All Wrapped Up is some kind of store.
It's a store in this universe. In this universe, it's this big store, all wrapped up, and everybody in these 4 movies, everybody. And I love how everyone it tells you their job title.
Did you pick any of these for your
No.
list? Okay, I didn't either. So I'm just going to go through these real quick.
Yes, go through.
So there's Unwrapping Christmas, Tina's Miracle.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what is Tina's job, real quick?
Tina Mitchell, a successful business owner, meets a charming guy, Michael, just as her holiday season heats up with the town's Christmas gala and her busy store. All Wrapped Up is the name of the store.
Oh, so she's the owner.
When the gala is
so she
threatened,
owns Unwrapped?
Yeah. All Wrapped Up.
All
she
Wrapped
owns
Up.
All Wrapped Up. That's
She
the
owns
in
All Wrapped
universe.
Up. Okay.
When the gala is threatened by a Scrooge-like estate owner planning to sell the venue, rumors begin to threaten Tina and Michael's newfound connection. Blah 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 blah. And then there's one called they're all called All Wrapped Up or Unwrapping Christmas.
Yep.
And then there's Mia's Prince, Lily's Destiny, and Olivia's Reunion. And they're all they all work at All Wrapped Up.
They all work there.
I wonder if this is this like maybe like a Bridgerton kind of thing? Because isn't Bridgerton that way? Where I haven't watched it.
I am not going to go in depth into this enough to tell you the answer.
But I have a feeling it's like that's kind of like
so,
it's like
so
different point of views of the same story.
The other universe that has been put together by Hallmark, because both of these are Hallmarks, is the Cherry Lane universe.
Oh.
We have 3 of those. There's Season Greeting from Cherry Lane.
And these all came out this year.
Yes.
Yeah, because the 4 Unwrapping Christmas ones came out this year.
There's Happy Holidays from Cherry Lane. And there is Deck the Halls from Cherry Lane. And the Cherry Lane series is done where it's all about 3 different time periods. So in this one, in Happy Holidays, they're like, in 1960, Eli and Penny take in Eli's curmudgeon father, Walter, blah, 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 blah. But then it says in 1998, we see Regan and Nelson at their first meeting together. And then in 2015, Jessie faces a big challenge while planning her. Oh, this got to be added. I didn't even realize this. Sorry, I didn't realize.
Wow.
But anyways,
breaking news.
But yeah, so they're making they're making mini universes for the Christmas movies this year. A theme that I noticed.
Do they have a crossover? Is there like a crossover?
Probably next year. You got to
like
build
Flashpoint?
up.
Is there
you
like
got to
Flashpoint?
build up to that. Like that's probably like a year or 2 out. Maybe next year or the year after, we'll have Cherry Lane and all.
Whoa! I didn't realize there were so many.
Yeah.
Starting in 1950. Or no, okay, so they all came out.
They all have
this year and one last year.
Oh, was there one last year?
But they go back, so let's see. There's one that takes place in 1951.
Yeah.
1960, 1966, 1973, 1981, 1998, 99, 2000, 2003, 2015, 2023, and 2024.
Yeah.
That's a lot of movies, and they all, like 3 of them came out last year. But the rest of them came out this year.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's a lot. But
they
also
like
talking about
again real quick though. So the whole theme on all of them is that they all happen on Cherry Lane.
Yes, yes. They're tales from Cherry Lane of different people at different points.
I do think we need a crossover event where
where all wrapped up
is like trying to like it's like building it.
Yeah.
But then it would be great because what would happen is like all wrapped up is taking over all the mom and pop jobs and like people are losing their jobs and then falling in love on Cherry Lane. It would be great. I'm just telling you.
So another thing I noticed is there are a lot of Christmas wedding movies this year. And that's why I got excited. That's why I got excited. No, most years it's like, of course, if there people, all these movies are about romance, but usually they get together. You don't see them, but that's why I was happy about Happy Holidays from Christmas Lane, because that brings my list to 6. Because the last one, the 2015 story of Happy Holidays from Cherry Lane, Jessie faces a big challenge while planning her sister's last-minute Christmas Eve wedding, because that's what people do apparently in this universe. But also, besides that,
more stressful
we
than
have
a wedding on Christmas Eve.
We have To Have and To Holiday.
Oh.
We have A Christmas Castle Proposal, Mistletoe and Matrimony,
Okay,
Engaged by Christmas, and 24 Karat Christmas, all dealing with Christmas or Christmas Eve weddings. And I'm just like, who, why?
Yeah.
Who does that? Why would you
That
want to
is
get married?
also I just
Double
want-
the presents.
for everyone
Yeah.
that's listening to this podcast. If you are planning a wedding on Christmas Day, F you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
100%.
Yeah.
No.
100%. I will not be
How
there.
dare you.
Unless
dare you.
unless you're not inviting people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless you
yeah.
just do it. Yeah.
You do it
unless
on
you're
your
gonna
own.
Yeah. Fine. That's fair. Good point. Yeah.
Two unique
Don't
themes.
invite anyone.
Strange unique themes is, I mean, there's only 2 movies each, but still unique themes is one is there were 2 Alpaca Christmas movies.
I only saw the one, but
Alpaca Christmas and Christmas Under the Lights deals with an animal shelter that specializes in alpacas.
Yep.
And tagging or
Big
piggybacking off
alpaca.
of that,
That's
there
the
are
problem.
also 2
Big alpaca
animal
business.
shelter specific movies, which was Christmas Under the Lights and Tales of Christmas. With like, who's like alpacas and animal shelters? Then to wrap
big
things up,
alpaca trying to.
we
do some
have
marketing.
For us, because we are in Washington, happy holidays. And the only reason I bring this one up is it's based here in
There
Seattle.
were a couple of Seattle ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
Were
the
they
last one I
shot
want to
in
bring
Seattle,
up.
or were they
Yes, this one was actually. I looked it up. Because I
Really?
was like, are they just faking it? But no, they came here to film it. I don't know why, but
Did they film it in downtown?
I don't know. I just said but saw it in Washington. And probably not. They probably just picked some.
We look like
Washington
Seattle
stuff.
movieologists to you.
I don't know.
So
so
the
there
last-
I always get excited because there was some movies that Zoe Kravitz did, and like
Mhm.
I watched it because I saw them shooting it in downtown.
Oh, yeah,
and then I
yeah.
watched the movie and I gotta see like, oh look, there it is. Yeah.
Actually, 2 last things is interesting. One thing that Great American Family did, and so if you pick, we didn't pick this movie on our list, but if we did, we wouldn't be able to watch it. Is Great American Family had a 1 night only movie called
Interesting.
I Heard the Bells, and you can only see that on November 26th.
Interesting.
Don't know why, but that was it. And the last thing I want to bring up is there's a movie, Lifetime movie, The Holiday Junkie. And the only reason I bring it up is because of who it stars in. Because I'm like, is he at this point in her life? Has he moved over to the Christmas movies?
Scarlett
Jennifer
Johansson.
Love Hewitt.
Oh
No, this is right up her lane.
yeah,
Her
that's,
cherry
that's
lane.
not that's
See, so I'm just I mean, because he was
I would not bat an eye.
okay.
Yeah.
I just want
Jennifer
to
Love
see in
Hewitt,
that
yeah.
season that season of her life where she's lifetime Hallmark Christmas movie person.
She
I'm
was
feeling
in
it. Everything
other
about her
Hallmark
screams
movies.
that to me.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. To me that stood out because I was just like, oh man, I guess you've entered that stage.
Before we
But,
get to our list, there is one other movie from BET Plus that I wanted to mention.
Okay,
That didn't make my list. It almost did.
okay.
Brewster's Millions. Christmas.
Oh yes,
A
yes.
sequel. They made a sequel to Brewster's Millions, the Richard Pryor movie. Have you ever seen it, Mike?
I have
It's
not.
fantastic, classic movie.
Uh-huh.
Brewster,
Mhm.
played by Richard Pryor, he finds out that his like great grandfather or something is a rich white man,
Oh.
and he's being left $500 million, but only if he can spend like $10 million in like a month or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Like he's
Something
like
really-
you can either take like this $10 million and you're good, or you have to, and it's like his difficulty in being able to spend that much money in that amount of time because there's all these rules and stuff. Anyway, it's a fantastic movie. But yeah, they made a sequel with Richard Pryor Jr. in it, and I might just watch this one just for fun
Yeah.
because I really love Brewster's Millions. It's a classic.
Huh.
Yeah.
And actually, I forgot. There is one more thing I wanted to mention. You said you didn't pick this movie, and so part of me is a little disappointed. Number 37 on the list this year, Robert, was a movie called A Christmas Quilt.
I did see that.
About people making a quilt, and I was like, "This is right up Robert's alley." He's making a blanket right now, folks. I was like, "Come on, Robert."
No, there was a lot of. It was really kind of hard to pare mine
There-
down.
yeah,
there were like 9 solid picks.
I had a couple ones on there. I had to trim out some fat, get some things. Like I said, there was at one point that South African one was in the running, just to
yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
eh.
I'm surprised that there were no like AI themed like
There is one, and that was actually on my list. There is one about, and I kind of want to watch it to see how it even makes sense, but about a singer-songwriter
yeah.
who flees to her hometown, as you do, for Christmas, to get away from all the technology because apps are making it harder to do her job.
Oh, interesting.
And then a guy moves to her town who is also happens to be a tech bro, but the kind of tech bro you like, apparently, because he's the guy she falls in love with. But anyways, yeah, and he has the app, but he actually inspires her to get back to her roots and write something, and then they can use the technology to improve. And I'm just like, what does a Hallmark movie about technology even look like? Because they don't know. They don't know. But and it was in the running, but I had to trim the list down, and I was like, you know what? We'll leave the Hallmark Tech Bro app movie.
I'm just waiting for like her version of a Christmas movie where it's like big city girl goes to the country, and then falls in love with an AI app on.
Oh yeah, like her.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
But then it turns out to be real.
Yeah. Or it turns out to be like Santa Claus the
Santa
whole
magic.
time.
No, Santa magic makes him real.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Oh yeah, this is selling already.
Yeah.
All right, Donnell, why don't you get us started off with the picks this year?
All right, folks, let's get into this. Interesting list this year. When I first started out, I was not actually expecting to have.
I remember we like kind of browsed through it real quick.
Yeah,
and I didn't see anything interesting, but when I really dove down into it,
once I started digging in, there was stuff. So my first pick.
Oh, real quick, do we just want to recap the rules on this? So it's you had all the evens.
Yeah, I did. Evens.
Yep, and we both picked 5.
And you guys picked 5, and then we're gonna go over each one, and then
you get to pick one,
and then I get to pick one that you guys are gonna watch.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna take notes. Here we go.
All right. So
well, I mean, we'll provide you our notes as well if you want to.
I'm gonna put my own personal notes.
Fair enough.
He's Mr. Christmas. He got to do it right.
Making a list and checking it twice.
Oh, that was terrible. All right. Anyways,
that was gold. No, hold up. That was an A tier comment. Okay.
That was a great American family tradition.
All right, Donnell.
All right, my first movie. This one came out December 1st at 8 p.m. Eastern and Pacific time.
Anyways, that's gonna make a difference. There we go.
Hallmark Channel. It is The Christmas Quest.
Oh.
We have Lacey Chabert. I think that's how you say her name. Chabert. I don't know. She used to be in horror movies like Scream and stuff. And then Christopher Polamaha. We're just going to go with that.
By the way, can we just for a second here? Oh, well, never mind. There's a lot of quest written in the descriptions.
Because
I was trying to search. I was trying to search this by quest.
You can't do.
And I'm just like, they went on a lot of quests.
Yeah, a lot of quests happened this year, folks. But anyway, so here we go.
D&D inspired Christmas movies. There we go.
Here it is. An archaeologist and her ex-husband, an expert in ancient Norse languages, are sent to Iceland at Christmas time to search for the legendary treasure of the Yule Lads.
Is this like an Indiana Jones?
This is like Tomb Raider and Indiana Jones.
Yeah. There were actually a lot of like archaeology based ones.
Yeah.
Like,
when others join in the hunt, the pair find themselves swept into a thrilling adventure as they race to keep it from falling into the wrong hands.
What are the Yule Lads?
No idea. I doubt it's even a real thing.
I guess we'll learn if this is look, they've got weird mythology. Oh no, yeah, it's
is it a thing?
Yeah, it's part of their
Icelandic Christmas folklore. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because they've got all the.
Here they are. Look, this is the Yule Lads here, Mike. See them?
So they're like
what a lads?
Oh, so we're looking at like a troll.
Little one.
Yeah, because they got like their whole troll thing and like fairy thing going
Yule
on.
Lads are a real thing. I'm sorry, I doubt it. You Hallmark. I thought you were just making up crap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay, that's interesting. Interest peaked.
The Yule Lads are the sons of Gryla and not even.
Don't try and say Icelandic names.
They are a group of 13 mischievous pranksters who steal from or harass the population, and all have deceivious names that convey their favorite way of harassing. They come to town one by one during the 13 nights before Yule. They leave small gifts in the shoes of children have placed on their windowsill, but if the child has been disobedient, they instead leave a rotten potato in the shoe.
Oh, okay. So it's very similar to like Krampus.
Yeah, I'm
it's
liking
like
some Yule Lads. Okay, the Yule Lads treasure. Anyways, there we go. That is the Christmas Quest.
So once again, so what? So they are going to Iceland.
Yes.
And they're what again?
She's an archaeologist.
Right.
And her husband is an expert in ancient Norse languages.
Right.
And they're sent there during Christmas time, of course.
Obviously.
To search for the legendary treasure of the Yule Lads.
So basically, the pot of
and
gold at
then
the end of the
others
rainbow
get
or something.
involved, and there's stuff. And apparently, there's I don't know what the wrong hands are, but they got to find it before the wrong hands get it. Whatever the hell that means.
Okay.
I mean, it's a treasure.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I am intrigued as well. Solid pick, Donnell.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm going to go with number 7 on the list, The Christmas Charade
Okay.
from Hallmark Channel. Came out October 26th. It's cast Rachel Scarston and Corey Seaver. Whitney, played by Scarston,
Thank you.
a cautious librarian raised by home security experts, finds herself in a real-life adventure when a blind date mix-up leads her into an undercover FBI operation.
Hold on. She's a librarian?
Yep, she's a cautious librarian, but she was raised by home security experts.
Librarians. Are there more like librarians that are more danger?
I would imagine there are quite a few.
Okay.
Risk-averse
This is not one of
librarians.
them. This is one of the
The
cautious
ones.
librarians. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, she's been wrapped up into an undercover FBI operation, forced to pose as the girlfriend of Special Agent Josh. She helps him track down
Josh?
yeah, his name's just Josh.
Josh.
Special Agent Josh.
Special Agent Josh.
I mean, it's played by an actor named Corey. So,
I'm
you
just
know,
saying.
Josh.
Whatever.
Okay,
Continue.
So, hold on. So it's a librarian. She's going on a
She's going on a blind date.
And the blind date
He's
is
a
the
special,
FBI
an
agent.
undercover special agent.
Wow.
With the FBI.
Okay,
Yes.
this
Yes.
is
She helps
God,
him
this is
track
gonna be really hard
down.
this year.
Yeah, she helps him track down an art thief targeting the Saint
Ain't
Nicholas
an art
Ruby at a Christmas Eve charity ball.
Oh my god.
As
this
the
has got
stakes
everything.
rise, Whitney must embrace her inner action hero to save the day and her family
inner
just in time for Christmas.
She's a cautious librarian.
Yeah.
How much of an inner
Yeah.
superhero?
I don't know. You need to read about the French teacher, or you need to watch If Looks Could Kill and the French Teacher.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's an FBI blind date librarian.
Yep. Jewel theft.
Jewel theft happening on Christmas Eve. Oh,
It's
man.
a lot.
This is
It's a lot to unpack.
I don't know. I
that
mean,
description
we're only
just
2
kept
movies
going.
in, and I want to watch
There's
both
some
of
bangers.
these.
There's some bangers.
Yeah, I will say
Yeah.
this is the first year while reading through the list, I've actually thought, might have to check out a couple of these.
Yeah.
Even not for the podcast. Like, there's a part of me like, I might have to sit down and watch a couple of these. I don't know how I feel about that I'm making these choices in my life.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
This could be okay.
My second one. I feel like now with my second one, because it does not stand up to the first two. So I almost feel a little bit like, I don't know if we want to bring this one out. But here we go.
We need that.
Number 96 is, as I already said, there were 2 movies about alpacas, and I had to pick one of them.
Sure.
So Christmas on the Alpaca Farm came out December 15th, 8 p.m. once again on Lifetime, with Kirsten Comerford and Matt Wells.
Okay.
Jess, the queen of Christmas sweaters, quits her job at the hottest fashion label in NYC, which I want to stop you right there because there's no way you make Christmas sweaters and you're at the hottest fashion label in New York City.
Yeah.
But let's go with it, Lifetime. Quit your job at the hottest fashion label in NYC.
By the way, you also never quit the job.
No.
You get fired or just die from a heart attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. But she quits her job intent on winning a Christmas competition with her own line of sustainable luxury knits, which I love that they put sustainable. We'll make sure she's green.
knits.
Sustainable luxury knits. Getting her hands dirty, she teams up with Andrew, a single dad, of course, and struggling alpaca farmer as he helps bring Christmas joy to the farm and love into both their hearts.
Lame.
Yeah.
But no, I do like alpacas.
We get a lot of it's on an alpaca farm. We get a lot of alpacas for a buck right here.
Also, he's a single dad.
He's a single dad.
But they don't say he's a widower.
No,
he's
just single dad, struggling alpaca farmer. Come on,
struggling.
Struggling alpaca
I
farmer.
think big alpaca business doesn't want you to think that he's struggling because he's selling all that wool like so well. Okay,
That's fine.
Yeah, that one's not going to hit as
No,
hard.
no. Like I said,
No, that one does not beat the first two.
We came out the gate swinging
Yeah, that was
hard,
real
man.
hard.
I didn't realize how hard we were coming out the gate
Yeah.
until I read mine, and then Robert came in right after, like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
It's just like,
All I can think about
we're on
is
a
like,
different level this year. And, yeah, Christmas on the alpaca farm ain't going to fly when
No.
you come out the gate with those two.
Watch
I'm
it
not
be
going to
like that
lie.
fast.
There was a part of me that was hoping that it was like, oh, and then also the alpaca is an undercover FBI agent.
A wolf and alpaca clothing. The alpaca can talk. All right. Next on my list is number 59, A 90s Christmas
Ooh.
from Hallmark. And it says
Wait,
Hallmark
is it
Media-
called 90s Christmas?
A 90s Christmas.
Or is it now it's now 90s Christmas? Sorry, I was
let me. Okay, it didn't work. It fell flat.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad that frog is going on.
Frog approves. Yeah. November 29th on the Hallmark Channel, obviously. Starring Ava Bourne, Chandler Massey, and Catherine Barrell. Workaholic lawyer Lucy Miller
Of course.
is celebrating her promotion alone on Christmas Eve when a mysterious rideshare experience
Oh my gosh.
transports her back to 1999.
Ooh, we got time.
Can we
travel.
sidebar
we
for
got
a second?
time
This starts
travel.
in
Lucy will-
2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she time travels to
We got time
1999.
travel.
By the way, to call it a 90s movie and you make
And
it
you drop it at
1999,
99,
that's like
yeah.
saying the foreign exchange student is from Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
no, you need to go back to like 92 or
Yeah.
94.
Give me a 94.
99 is
Give me a
basically-
94, right? Right in
Yeah.
the middle. That's solid.
Yeah.
Now, if I got time traveled back on New Year's Eve to 1999, that's a party.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it is. Yeah. So
Yeah.
is it then? What is it? Does it take? Does she get transported to Christmas?
To Christmas Eve, 1999. Yep.
I mean, it's like a week away. So like,
yeah, you could just keep me there.
Yeah.
Keep me there till January.
yeah. I mean, like, it was.
I'm assuming that she goes back at the end. But anyway, reliving the holiday with her mom, sister, and best friend. Not to
And
mention
Y2K,
That's what I mean. Yeah. Y2K happened.
her high school crush.
of course.
Lucy
Yeah.
gets a second chance to understand where her relationships went
So-
wrong with this magical
Wait,
journey.
is this a 14 going on 40 situation, or is it like is she
I got
is
no
she
idea.
herself back in time, or is she
I'm
in
assuming
her
that she,
younger
I'm
self?
assuming she's quantum leaping into her younger self.
Okay,
Because
'cause-
otherwise it's weird.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
about to
yeah,
say, if she's like a grown woman and she's like, "Hey, there's my crush from high school," I'm gonna be like, "Whoa. Unless she's like trying to hook herself up with her
Yeah.
crush, which would be weird and
Yeah.
strange and still.
Well,
I mean,
Will this magical journey help her rewrite her future or leave her destined to be alone? Which
Really,
is
but
grim
there's
because I
nothing
feel like you don't have to
wrong-
be
Yeah.
alone just because you can't.
but
Just
they
be-
didn't even say she was unhappy. She just got a promotion.
yeah, but
Yeah.
she was celebrating the holidays alone. They did point
Did
that
her
out.
parents die? Like, what happened?
There's a lot of
There's a
hey,
lot
of
maybe
questions.
maybe
A lot
pick
we
this
gotta
one
find
and that'll
out.
be the.
I'm a little bit worried that they just say that it's a rideshare experience. Like, there's a part of me that goes, is this movie not good enough to be sponsored by Lyft or Uber? Like, did they bring it to Uber and they're like, I don't know. I don't want to put my name on that. Like, that does put a little
Definitely
bit
the
of
driver
doubt.
is Santa Claus though.
100%.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it's Santa
for
Claus.
sure.
It has,
Yeah.
it has to be Santa
Yeah.
Claus. It can't
And
be
he's
anybody else.
slaying it.
Yeah. Stop.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
This is what I have
No.
to deal with.
Oh,
This is it. All
Also,
right.
how do you go back to 1999 and, like, you're not going to talk about Y2K?
Dude, I'm buying.
Yeah.
You can't even
Like-
buy Bitcoin in '99.
No, you can't.
No, but I think you can.
You can still make bank.
I
Yeah,
think
you
you
can
can
still
buy
get that,
into Netflix, right? Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
only DVDs at this point,
Or
right?
you could
Yeah.
short Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, I would
Blockbuster.
make bank. I just wouldn't
Yeah.
make Bitcoin bank.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Even I think even
Also,
Apple,
if I time
Tesla.
travel, if I
Get on some Tesla. Yeah.
Yeah.
like, I don't know where this movie like
PayPal.
ends up at the end. I'm
Mhm.
assuming that she leaps back into her modern.
Yep.
If I quantum leap 24 years,
Yeah.
25 years, I'm staying. I ain't coming back.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Yeah.
back the long way.
Yeah.
I'm also really frustrated that we are doing movies going back to '99 because in my head,
That's still.
I'm like, oh, you're
yesterday.
going back like eight
Yeah.
8 years ago?
No,
okay,
yeah.
big
It's-
deal.
No,
It's a
That was
problem.
25.
Yeah,
It's a problem. It's
frustrating.
it hurts a little bit. Like somebody pointed out to me, I grew up listening to oldies all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think 1990 was 10 years ago.
Right. That's
Yeah,
what I
exactly.
mean. Yeah.
But
I
I
think
grew up listening
everybody
to
does.
oldies
That's
all
a
the
weird
time,
phenomenon.
and people will come to me and be like, or someone told me like, you realize that the songs that you listen to in the 90s and 2000s are as old as the oldies you listened to when you were a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the hell's
Shut up.
going on?
Yeah.
What the hell's
Most of the
going
people
on?
who wrote and sang them are dead.
Yes. Yes.
I also don't like it when they say like, "Oh, it happened back in the 1900s."
Yeah, that's good stuff.
You
You're
can
like, you can stop
shut
with
I
up.
also
that.
think it's good to say
Shut
the
up.
aughts.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
aughts sounds
yeah.
very
yeah.
old timey too.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
continue, Donnell.
Number 3. We have Private Princess Christmas.
Oh, I'm excited.
December 6th, 8 p.m., Hallmark Channel.
Okay.
We have Ali Skovabai and Derek Kalina. Vi, better known as Princess Violet of Wingravia. We're going to go with that.
Okay.
Wingravia, that's how I say it.
Okay.
Wingravia.
Yeah, yep.
Is this sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings? Or
Adores the privileges of being a royal, if none of the responsibilities. After being disappointed by Vi one too many times, the queen, no name, just the queen, decides to test her daughter's mettle once and for all and issues an ultimatum. Vi must pass a vigorous leadership boot camp in Colorado. In Colorado, and that's where I want to pause for a second.
Colorado could absolutely be a
we-
sub-state within Wing.
We have Vi, who is the princess of Wingravia, and my question is, why are we sending it? Wingravia is not part of the USA. Why are we sending her to Colorado to join the military? But we're going to move
that's where those
forward.
boot camps happen.
maybe Wingravia is like a high altitude country.
Vi
So it just
must
made
pass
sense.
vigorous leadership boot camp in Colorado or lose her throne to her uncle. At boot camp, Vi and her fellow cadets are put through the rigorous grind under uncompromising supervisor Captain Ryan Douglas.
By the way, this when they say boot camp, they are in fatigues.
Yeah, we're full
Oh,
on.
so this is not even like a. This is not period piece. This is
No, this is like
2024.
Wingravia is a current day kingdom somewhere. I don't know
Wait,
where.
seriously?
No, not in real life.
Oh.
No, there's no Wingravia out there. Now I gotta look because I'm slightly scared that I'm talking.
That you're wrong. Yeah.
There
right.
is a Wingrave, a village in England, but not.
Now, when you look up Wingravia, everything just points back to this movie. So
Okay,
I'm pretty sure it does not exist.
Yep.
But anyways, that is Private Princess Christmas.
Wait, what? That's all the description.
That's all the description we get.
So her
She's a bad
so the whole
princess. She's
thing
got to go
is-
to a boot camp to learn to
In
not
Colorado.
be a bad princess.
Yep.
But she's gonna
why-
meet a- I'm sure
what
she's gonna
part
meet a
about
guy.
joining the military.
Don't.
It's not it's not the military.
No.
But
It
they're
is.
in-
It is a corporate retreat boot camp.
that they're wearing
This
camouflage.
is a thing.
Yeah.
This is a thing
No,
in
these
like
things exist.
Colorado and Utah and stuff where they get you into like a military atmosphere and just you pay like $50,000 to get screamed at for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm
we're
assuming this is
wrong
a lot
business.
more happy than like the reality of what it is.
Maybe it's not. Maybe we're gonna get real with Hallmark this year.
Okay, but so does she fall in love with the
Yes, he's gonna
the-
fall in love with Captain Ryan Douglas. That's
Okay.
It's a Hallmark movie, and they list two cast members, a male and a female. What do you think's gonna happen?
right? Okay.
if C and Ryan Douglas are not engaged by the end of this movie, it's not a real Hallmark movie, folks.
right, that's fair.
All right. Number 65 on the list. A creature was stirring.
Oh, Is this the
Courtesy of
Shudder one?
AMC Plus,
Oh.
December 1st on Shudder.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
nice, okay.
Yeah.
Starring Chrissy Metz, Scott Taylor Compton, and Annalise Basso. Faith keeps her troubled teenage daughter on a tightly controlled but illicit pill regimen in order to
Whoa.
ward off a terrifying affliction.
Oh my gosh. This
But
is
after
great.
a Christmas burglary, I can't say that word. very well.
Hamburglar?
Yeah. There, look,
Sponsored by
Wingravia.
Hey, you said Wing
Well,
Griffey.
the burglar is coming. Their family secret must finally be exposed.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what's the Christmas at? So
It
the
just takes
only
place on
thing
Christmas.
Yeah.
So
is
they
just that like
thieves run Christmas, and I guess they steal like the drugs that are keeping the daughter drugged up and the evil spirits away or something.
oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm not gonna watch it unless you pick it, honestly. But
Yeah. I want it to be good. It's just not Christmassy enough. Like if it was the Yule Lads from like movie 1, or she becomes a Yule Lad and that's why she's like being drugged, that's a different story. But
well,
real quick.
there was another
I was about
Shudder
to read
one.
the other Shudder.
Joe Bob's Christmas Carnage.
Yeah.
This is not one of our picks, but it was one that it was
This
between
one
this and the other one. Yeah.
is tinged with a little bit more Christmas though, Robert. Go ahead. And...
Snow is falling and the bodies are piling up for Joe Bob's Christmas Carnage when Joe Bob and Darcy host 2 holiday horror flicks, so like movies within movies, featuring so much bloodshed that Santa will think twice before coming down this chimney. So I'm guessing like
they just sound like they're just murdering.
I don't understand if it's like it's a double feature, like 2 movies that you're gonna watch as part of Joe Bob's Christmas Carnage, or if there's the movie and then they're holding a movie night or something.
So here's the thing: if you look at the cast, the cast is literally Joe Bob Briggs and Darcy the Mel Girl. So I feel like these might be established like host or characters in the Shudder
kind of like
Shudder space,
like an Elvira thing.
That's
that's why I shied away from it.
Yeah, I didn't see that part with the cast. Now I kind of want to see it.
No, absolutely. Here is Darcy the Male Girl. She's definitely so they're hosting a double feature. So it's like some kind of Elvira situation.
Definitely they're trying to make Elvira again. 100%.
Yeah. So I wonder what the 2 Carnage movies are.
Are they going to be Christmas holiday? It better be Christmas related.
Yeah, and they're a team that do this. Yeah.
Okay. Good old Joe Bob and Darcy the Mel Girl. Like what? How is that your Darcy the Mel Girl? What
look, we don't have time to go into the minutia of the.
I'm sure one of your guys,
Joe Bob's universe,
be like, oh, I watch a lot of Shudder.
I watch a lot of Joe Bob.
Yeah.
All right. My pick for the first time ever, I'm picking one that's not from Hallmark or Lifetime. Came out November 13th on Netflix, and you guys kind of hinted at this storyline, except it was an app that became a real boy. But we have once again Lacey Cuthbert showing up again.
What was the name of this?
Oh, it's Hot Frosty.
Hot Frosty.
Oh God.
We have Lacey Chabert, Dustin Milligan, Katie Mixon-Greer, and a lot of other people. I'm not going through all of them. There's a lot of them. But it is 2 years after losing her husband, Kathy magically brings a handsome snowman to life. Which I want to pause right there because it says a handsome snowman. Meaning
I saw the trailer for this
before it was a person, she thought it was handsome. As she looked out her door, there was a snowman, and she's like, "I could get some of that."
Lonely, staring out the window. Look at the size of that.
I think
carrot.
I've seen the trailer for this.
But anyways,
I think it is. It's like the snowman has like abs and stuff.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, look. Here's. I mean, he got hair and all that. Look at him. There he is. That's
no. I'm talking about
snowman.
The snowman.
Like the snowman before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like look up pull up that movie because I'm almost positive this is like showing up on like
in a moment.
TikTok and stuff.
Oh yeah. No, this is like
you got the snowman
for real like ice sculpture.
Yeah. That's the one. I've seen that.
That is a handsome snowman.
This specific movie.
Still, how lonely are you feeling that even still you're just like, man, I was gonna get some of that snowman. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you gotta be pretty.
This movie, by the way.
I had been until recently. I had been single for a long time, and I've never been like, if only. If only.
If you could make a snow freak.
By the way, I feel like there's a lot of money making potential in whatever power she has to bring ice sculptures.
So, this movie though this has gone viral though. This is like a movie I've seen.
It seems like it's very highly rated.
Yeah, because I've had people on I've been following people on TikTok that are like talking about this movie along with Target's Christmas commercial. They've got some like hot Santa that does the Target.
Well, now I don't know if I want you or don't want you to pick it.
I don't know if I mean, we still have jewel thieves and librarians dating FBI agents and time travel. I'm not sure Hot Frosty is going to be.
Anyways, let me finish.
Yeah,
the
you haven't finished it, but
Through his naivety, the snowman helps Kathy to laugh and feel love again as the two fall for each other just in time for the holidays and before he melts.
Right. Oh, you know what I like? It's like in the still image on the entertainment website. She's got a home repair book. In hand, indicating to me that she has this man do slave labor for her.
And I think
fix her house.
Yeah, probably.
I want to say there's there were clips, part of the reason, again, I'm just trying to remember from TikToks, but he's a little gay, I want to say.
That would
it's
suck.
hard
That
to
would
You bring
really
the hands of
believe-
snowman together.
yeah.
And it's like, thanks for bringing me to life,
He's
but I'm
really-
more into Kyle. So me and Kyle are gonna go out and get some drinks. But hey, thank
It
you.
says
once
he's very
again.
naive. She can be
Yeah.
like, "No, I'm a man."
Yeah. I could change him.
All right. Number 77 on the list, Sugar Plumbed.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I saw this
Hallmark
one.
channel. Again, most of mine are Hallmark. December 7th, starring Maggie Lawson and Janelle Parrish. This is a bit of a longer description, so bear with me here. All right. Emily has always dreamed of creating the perfect Christmas, meticulously planning every detail year after year, only to feel that she's falling short.
Oh, I remember that.
Hoping to bring her family closer together, she makes a wish for a holiday as picture perfect as the ones she sees in made-for-TV Hollywood movies.
Okay. So this is
We're getting a little
very-
Yeah.
Inception.
This is a
To
little bit
her
yeah.
shock, Sugar Plum, the film's relentlessly optimistic main character, magically steps off the screen to make Emily's wish come true, whether she's ready for it or not. As Sugar Plum applies her movie world rules to real life, Emily gets caught up in the possibility of finally achieving the flawless family Christmas. But when Sugar Plum's magical fixes start to backfire one by one, Emily begins to question what an ideal holiday really is. With time running out, Emily and Sugar Plum find themselves on a heartwarming adventure, one that might just amount to an entirely different kind of Christmas perfection.
So this is like a genie. I got
Yeah,
three
yeah, no,
wishes.
definitely
I'm gonna,
magic
I'm gonna,
girl from the TV comes out and starts to make things better, and then shenanigans ensue.
I'm gonna do literally what you wished for, and it's gonna.
Oh
be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
a
I
little
mean,
messed
who
up.
knows? Who
Yeah.
knows? But it's a.
Is this a comedy though? It's not.
I would assume it's
I
a
think it's gonna
heartfelt
be a
thing. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
a little
Hallmark.
comedy.
but it
It's-
doesn't say it's like a comedy.
No, we don't
like,
get that kind of detail.
details on this one.
We don't
Okay.
have
no.
contains anymore.
Yeah, just because so I was gonna bring this up earlier too. There's this. I kept seeing ads for this movie, but I guess it's an older movie with Rachel Dratch and Anna Gasteyer from SNL, and they did a movie back in 2021 called A Cluster Funk Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys watch that back then?
No, no,
Or
no.
saw that one?
Hey, here's what the
But they
image,
make a joke
the
of
image
it.
for Sugar Plum looks like, if that gives you
Oh.
any kind of idea.
Just a girl with a white jacket.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. But I was wondering if because in this this SNL one, it's like a comedy where it's they're supposed to be in a movie, like a Christmas
I would
movie.
assume based
but-
on the channel Hallmark.
It's
and
probably more
it's probably going to
serious.
have some no.
Yeah,
no,
Oh,
it's
okay.
going to be
gonna
very
have-
comical.
it's
It's going
gonna have
to be
some
happy.
comedy. Yeah,
Everything's
yeah.
going to work out in the end.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, we're talking about magic shenanigans.
Right.
Yeah.
And her name is Sugar Plumbed.
Sure.
It's either really lighthearted or it's real dark. And considering it's Hallmark and
Hallmark.
not Shudder,
yeah.
See, again,
if this was
that
on
would
Shudder, I would
that
be
was
like,
on Shudder.
that's my only
yeah,
option.
Yeah.
exactly. Then I would
Be like,
say,
we're gonna need to check
straight
this
to the
one
top.
out. We're gonna need to check this one.
Yeah.
You changed the network,
Yeah.
and this one you're just like, I gotta see that
Yeah.
now. On
By
Hallmark,
the way,
I'm
Shudder,
like,
if you're listening to this podcast right now, Sugar Plumbed is what you should be making.
that should be your next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bring it in.
evil genie
Yeah.
ruins
Yeah.
Christmas. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Donnell, give us your last one.
All right, my last one is 5 Golden Rings, number 18 on the list. It came out November 7th, 8 p.m. Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
Is it 5 golden rings or 5 gold rings?
5 gold rings.
Okay.
Sorry. Cast, we have Holland Roden and Nolan Gernald Funk.
Okay.
Last name Funk. Anyways, when New York City painter Audrey Moss returns to her small Minnesota hometown for the holidays, she's met with an unexpected quest. Once again, quest. We're
Oh,
back in with
quest.
quest,
Yeah.
folks. From her beloved late grandmother. Find the owner of the 5 mysterious gold rings and return them to their rightful homes before Christmas morning, only 9 days away. In her bequeathment, Grandma also urges Audrey to team up with local private investigator and childhood friend Finn O'Sullivan, because, of course, you got to have a guy.
This is
for
such a
O'Sullivan
long
with.
description.
Yeah.
From gingerbread house gingerbread house building to annual giving gala, these two begin to bond over more than just their quest. They say quest twice in this description. Just putting it out there. As Audrey and Finn unravel the mystery of the missing ring owners, they discover there's more to their relationship than they ever expected to find.
Do they say when the grandma died?
No, they just say the late grandma.
Because if she died a while ago, now is only giving her 9 days before Christmas.
That's kind of a jerk move.
Yeah, like
there were a lot of quests. Yeah, there was one. There was one on my possibilities list that was like a race across America thing.
Quest is listed 18 times on this page.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of quests going on. I'm just saying.
But this one's not. There's no magic. There's no.
No. This is more your normal. This isn't the.
Two people falling in love over a scavenger hunt.
There's no Yule lads or anything.
Yeah, my last one's pretty tame too.
Okay.
I think, Number 91 on the list, The Santa Class from Hallmark.
I saw this one.
Came out December 14th by casting Kimberly Susted and Benjamin Aries. We avoided the really big ones like Nutcracker and Red One, and
I was gonna say,
like
do we
really
have
like
movies with
high
big,
A tier like Hollywood big budget stuff. We didn't want to get any of those. We were trying to stay on the low end and whatnot. Kate North finds herself reluctantly taking over her father's once acclaimed and now struggling Santa school. In the weeks leading up to
Yeah,
you gotta go to Santa school to be like a mall Santa.
To be a mall Santa?
Yeah. They tell them to school and stuff. Yeah.
And her last name is North?
Yep.
Yes.
Kate North.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
In the weeks leading up to Christmas and the school's next season, Kate and her new coworker Dan discovers who they believe to be the real Santa Claus, lost and without his memories, after his sled steers off courses and crashes near the school. They decide to help him remember who he is by inviting him to participate in the intense Santa training program. There's a lot at stake this year.
Wait. So they know he's Santa
They
Claus.
believe he's Santa.
They believe he's Santa.
Because they find him with a sleigh.
And they
probably reindeer.
They want him to remember that he is Santa Claus, as you do.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
This is, by the way, this is a loose cannon. This is a man with magical powers.
Right.
That you're throwing into this.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope they aren't grading on a curve because he's gonna rock the Santa Claus.
Right.
Okay. Just naturally.
Suddenly everybody's just like, I can't.
Also, so Santa Claus now is struggling. So it used to be a really thriving business, and now it's like
now it's struggling. Yeah,
because
the guy who was running it died, so now she's got to take over. Or I don't know if he died, but
I just think the economics of a Santa Claus for training a very specific role once a year was ever really a thriving business. But okay, that makes sense.
Hey man, it's a year-long class.
It's seasonal.
Do you need a license to be a Santa Claus in a mall?
I would assume that you need accreditation because they don't want. They don't want to just take any old guy that walks off the street and says, "Let me get a bunch of kids sit on my lap."
I feel like they are.
Anyway, there's a lot at stake this year. Kate's school needs to be the best. Needs to best the rival St. Nicholas School.
Oh, there's a rival? There's
a
rival
school? Or be forced to close their doors.
You're telling me the market share on teaching mall Santas
is a highly contested market.
A rival school?
I mean, here's my thing. If my Santa school is on its last legs and I gotta beat my rival to make sure we survive, I don't think this is the year I'm taking in a Santa Claus who's lost his memories. That could just really wreck. Like you said, magical dude.
What are you doing for the rest of the year? Like, are you
preparing for next year? There's a lot of stuff you got to work on for Santa school. I don't know. I have no idea.
So apparently, the cost of Santa school varies by school and program. Can range from $100 to $1,000. I'm reading this from Google.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Worldwide Santa Claus Network, the Santa Claus Portrayal and Business Mastery Program, offers 3 levels of annual membership: basic, gold, and platinum.
Wow.
With the gold level costing $275. The courses can range from 2 days to 1 week.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, you can.
I mean, 2 days for $1,000.
I mean, yeah, that's great.
And you probably do like 20 of those, so like 20 grand.
Well, I wonder if you get different accreditation, because I'm just looking at this picture of one of the Santas talking about it, and of course he has the beard. I'm like, I wonder if you get different like credentials or if you come in like fully
they also
beard
do-
it, or if
Yeah.
you're like, I'd like to be Santa, but I
Yeah.
ain't got the beard, so they gotta like. Do you know how like if
Like
you
a
can
makeup
drive for
tutorial.
Uber,
Yeah.
but if you don't have a car, you can like rent a car
Right.
through Uber. I wonder if they like have like a rent a beard sort of scenario where like you come in and be like, I don't have the beard, so they give you a beard.
Northern Lights Santa Academy. Registration fees are $515 for a single Santa, Mrs. Claus, or elf. So they're doing more than just Santas.
Yeah, of
And
course. The elf's gotta be trained.
$915 for a couple. That would be a fun couple thing to do.
Yeah. I mean,
if you're older, doing like a Mr. and
Mrs.
Mrs. Claus thing for the holidays.
Figure too.
Yeah.
If you're playing Mole Santa on a reg,
I
you're
love-
probably like retired.
I love
right?
this. I love this.
Yeah, I would think
Registration
so.
does not include sleeping accommodations.
Well, that's fair.
Like, do you got to sleep? They
I mean,
get
how
you.
long?
That's where they get you.
Yeah.
Anyway, they've got a. Let me finish this off. And Nick needs to remember who he is, or the fate of Christmas might be at stake.
Do you think this movie is sponsored by the St. Nicholas Network? That you just
No.
Like,
We're probably
'cause
Santa
that
Claus
would be
Network is
genius. Like,
Put
No,
out
because
this
there's three here.
movie.
Because there's School for Santas that I'm reading from, Worldwide Santa Claus Network, and Northern Lights Santa Academy are the three things that popped up immediately
They
on
should be
the Google
sponsoring.
AI overview.
they should be sponsoring
Yeah.
I hate that I'm liking the Google AI overview. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know.
It's oddly convenient.
Yeah, it's
It's
useful.
annoying
Yeah.
how often it actually is helpful.
Okay, it's not gonna make the cut, but it is interesting. I'm
is an
learning
interesting
so
one.
We're
much.
learning a
and,
lot
like,
from it. Like I said, it's
I'm
not
really-
making the cut, but we're
But
learning
it's good
a
to
lot.
know.
It's
Like,
good stuff.
it also makes me mad that like, why didn't I think of that? Like, that's a great business. Like, you gotta work what?
You only
got to
work like 1 week a year. Or
yeah,
something.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I was
You
looking
teach a
at the
bunch of people.
schedule, at least for one of them, and they had a bunch of classes in January, and then there was nothing in February, but then they had some more stuff in March. So I'm like, I don't know.
I'm wondering,
it
you
seems
got to be
like-
doing like
seems-
also like, are you doing Easter Bunny trainings? Are you
That's
doing
totally
like?
different.
Yeah,
That's
you
totally
could
different
like
category.
branch out.
Yeah.
But what I would imagine is like you don't even have like a set space. Like you just
Right.
rent out a place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're
for
like
a
the
week.
Spirit Halloween.
You just
of,
be like, everybody
training.
show up
Yeah.
at blank community
Yeah.
center. We rented it out for
Yeah.
the week, and we're gonna teach
You
a bunch
probably
of Santa
honestly,
Clauses.
you probably
Now give
work with
us
Spirit
20 grand for a
Halloween.
week of work.
You probably work
Yeah.
with Spirit Halloween. And like, hey, you're not using this building right now.
Yeah,
Like, let me
yeah,
use
yeah.
it for the training for Christmas.
All right, we're gonna take a break there and let Mike review his options.
Yeah.
And then when we come back, we'll do any final discussions we need to do and see what our pick's going to be. And then
guys
I've got a little extra treat for us at
Yep.
the end.
Oh, okay. That's exciting.
All right, Mike, you've had some time to think. We've fiddled around with some stuff, and it's time to make the choice. It sounds like you've narrowed it down.
I've narrowed it down.
It
I want to do a couple
sounds
things.
like
I-
we've narrowed it down to
The first
why did
two.
we do the whole list then?
Yeah,
at
yeah.
This
You
point?
guys started off so freaking strong on these two that I was like, everything else just didn't. I was just grading against those two.
Yeah,
And nothing ever came.
yeah,
I do want to give out a little bit of like recognition to. I do think Hot Frosty could have had a shot just because I want to know why it went viral. I think I
Yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
why. I think it's because it's a hot frosty guy, I guess. But
No-
like,
no,
I want to
no.
know if there's more to it. Like, how did it get popular? Who found it? That kind of stuff. So I definitely want that one. And then also the time traveling to '99. That would have been a fun one to kind of like.
Right,
if the
right.
other two weren't there, I think time travel to '99, especially for our audience, as like us, like it would be fun to see how they portray the '99s, and then also if they mention Y2K. That kind of aspect, right? So, but I do want. Can you guys review the first two again? So, Christmas Quest. Can you reread the description for me real quick?
Yeah, give me a second to pull.
And
it
then
up
also
back
I'll
up.
need
Christmas Charade.
Charade. Yeah, I'll need the description reread.
Here, I'll
real
go
quick.
first.
Okay.
I'll go
Alright.
first here. The Christmas Charade from the Hallmark Channel was available on October 26th. Whitney, a cautious librarian raised by home security experts, finds herself.
Oh, I missed that part. She's raised.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yes.
her family is
Yeah.
in Homeland
Yeah, yeah.
Security.
or something like that. Yeah, home security experts.
Home
security.
security.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
So more like
Not
a
Homeland
Brinks.
Security.
No, not
Yeah,
Homeland.
More like a Brinks.
Like
sort of
okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Finds herself in a real life adventure when a blind date mix up leads her into an undercover FBI operation.
Blind date mix up. So it's like
Yep.
she's going out with a guy that she probably wasn't supposed to go
Yeah,
out with.
Yeah,
sounds
two
like
guys with the red flower and had to pick one. Pick the undercover
okay.
FBI agent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Forced to pose as the girlfriend of of Special Agent Josh, she helps him track down an art thief targeting the St. Nicholas Ruby at a Christmas Eve charity ball. As the stakes rise, Whitney must embrace her inner action hero to save the day and her family just in time for Christmas. Who has blind dates on Christmas?
Don't know.
Yeah.
But so
Or Christmas Eve, I guess.
Just gonna point this out, before we get into the thing.
It's probably sponsored. By,
I just
Simply
feel like
Safe, isn't it?
I just feel like while this is a solid pick, I just feel like it should be disqualified because we have all agreed October is too early for a Christmas movie. Right now, it is breaking some rules. Where my movie,
embrace the culture as it is, Donnell, not as we wish it to be.
The Christmas Quest came out December 1st. A solid time for a Christmas movie to come out. Yeah. So, anyways,
they were waiting to December 1st at midnight.
At midnight,
like
release
12:01. They're
Christmas
like, okay,
Quest.
let the floodgates go.
So, anyways, the Christmas Quest.
Actually, that would be interesting to see like a graph of when how many are released, and if like on December 1st, maybe like the most are released or something. That'd be interesting.
I'm
not getting into the.
I could do that next year, maybe. Anyways, the Christmas Quest, December 1st, 8 p.m. Hallmark Channel.
Hallmark. Okay.
An archaeologist and her ex-boyfriend, an expert in ancient Norse languages, are sent to Iceland at Christmas time to search for a legendary treasure of the Yule Lads. When others join the hunt, the pair find themselves swept into a thrilling adventure as they race to keep it from falling into the wrong hands.
All right, we can give you some time to mull over that while I go over the one that I wrote.
Well, you wrote one.
And the one you wish you could do. But yes, Donnell, you were thinking about writing one.
No, I can't have it. I can't have it like influencing what my picks are going to be. I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to say Christmas Quest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little Icelandic action.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's not a lot of subtitles.
I was hoping because I really want to know more about the Yule Lads.
That's really
Oh, look, we're going to spend an hour on that episode just talking about Icelandic troll culture.
I also want to know what this treasure is
and what the wrong hands are.
And I want to know what the wrong hands want to do.
Yeah. What are the international
there's so
thieves?
many questions. I need to know. It could be a great movie. It doesn't even have to be a Christmas movie. It has potential to being a great movie.
I mean, like I said, it's like Indiana Jones Tomb Raider going on.
Yeah.
Some bizarreness.
Yes.
I mean, it would be awesome if it wasn't actually a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You just
like when we covered for Halloween this year, we covered a Valentine's Day movie.
Okay.
Warm Bodies.
Warm Bodies. Yep.
Yeah. The zombie movie. Yeah. Fantastic. All right, Donnell, tell me about the one. So you were going to write one.
I was going to write one.
But then the one you wrote was really close to another one.
I had some ideas, and everything was coming together. And then I took a little break to go through the list so I could wrap things up, get some information. And one of your movies, Robert, is very eerily close to what I was writing.
So you wrote this without seeing the list.
Without seeing the list. I'm not even joking. Without seeing the list. I had been I was lying in bed the night before, thinking like, okay,
should we guess what movie?
Robert already did his guess, which was the 90s one. Do you want to take a stab?
And so your movie that you wrote was very similar to one of the 5 movies.
Yes.
I'm guessing it was the time travel one.
Jewel Thief. It was the 99. The Shutter Daughter's Drug. No, that's probably not that one. Sugar
That's
Plum.
exactly where I was going. I was like, yeah.
I might. Is it Sugar Plumbed?
It is not Sugar Plumbed.
Okay.
It is the Christmas Charade.
Okay.
Because I was lining up,
FBI
and because we covered one about the cops undercover, and so I was literally lying in bed. And I was like, what if like something was like, and I was like 00 Christmas, and so it wasn't going to be FBI. It was gonna be a British intelligence, somebody from MI6 or M5.
Okay.
But it was a jewel thief, but there was no librarian. The jewel thief was actually gonna be the other person, the one they fall in love with. But it was gonna be both of them undercover trying to basically I hadn't worked out everything yet, but then I saw the Christmas Charade and I'm like, well, that's most of my movie. Because it's basically they were gonna be trying to they both were going after the same jewel for a reason during Christmas time. I hadn't worked out there was gonna be like a Christmas pageant.
Like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of thing.
They were both, but because they both needed a cover, they were using each other as a cover, and of course they had slowly fall in love during the time of it, and then the big comeuppance of going for the jewel, and then he would catch her when she goes for the jewel, but then he'd let her go and all that. But anyways, I was writing this movie. I was literally writing this movie, and I was like, yeah, I think this is it. This can compete with Robert. And then all of a sudden the Christmas Charade, I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, no, I don't have a librarian, but there's a FBI agent that's just as much.
Cautious librarian.
I
born to home security parents.
I was just
both parents are in home security. That's another piece.
It's a family
There's
business.
so many
Yeah.
ridiculous.
What happened to her?
details.
How did she become a librarian?
Exactly.
So many details.
Is he a letdown to her family because of it?
I bet her
don't know.
books
Can I ask
are
you guys just to
locked
watch
up.
both of them?
No, we can't.
I might check it out. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
I mean, we're
I
not
need
going to
to
cover
know.
both of them, but I might check it out. Like I said, there's been a couple on this list. I'm like,
Yeah.
I might watch in my own spare
just-
time.
You only get like 3 lines for a description, and the Christmas Charade has so many unique
Yeah,
little
yeah.
details
Yeah.
in this
Yeah.
description, right? That you're just like, there's just so much to it.
Gotta
Like
see that. Yeah.
home security parents. What
Mhm.
are the odds
Mhm,
that they're
mhm,
both into that, right?
mhm.
And then why does she become a cautious librarian? Like,
Are you changing your pick?
nope,
Mike?
sticking with you
Okay.
lads, because I still have so many questions about you lads.
He's picking the one he wants to hear
I
about.
really
yeah.
hope that the Yule lads show up. Like, and I
Mhm,
have a
mhm.
feeling they're not because it's
No.
a Hallmark.
I feel like they. Oh, that's a good.
I don't think
point.
they're gonna.
No.
So,
I don't know what the budgeting
there
is.
might
like,
be,
'cause the visual
or there might
effects
be like. I feel like there might
budgets-
be some winks to them, like,
Mm.
whoa, like maybe there's something,
Yeah.
but you're probably not gonna get confirmation
I
that
just
the
want
Yule
to see
lads,
like
like
Krampus, like
they're gonna
Yule
go through
lad.
everything. They're gonna get the treasure, and then at the end, they're gonna like find like some candy in their shoes, and
Right.
they're like, what? The real? Oh,
Oh.
you don't know? Yeah, you know.
And then the bad guys are gonna have like a boiled potato, like
Rotten potato.
potato.
That's such a random, just a rotten potato. All right, Robert.
All right.
Anyways,
I've
you
hyped
have
this
written
up a lot,
You have
so
written
maybe
the
I'm overhyped
masterpiece.
it. We'll see. We'll see.
I
Ready?
mean,
Yeah, I want. So you
Well,
you
I-
wrote a description to yours, correct?
and you
Yeah.
do have a
Yeah.
title, right? You got.
I've got a
name.
title.
Okay, just making
Yeah.
sure. Because I was about to say,
Yeah.
if you just come at me with a description and no Hallmark title, I'm gonna have a problem.
no. You need the title's very
The
important.
title's 100%. Okay. All right. Robert.
All right.
Let's break this
All right,
down.
let me get some water here.
Oh, this is intense. Okay.
All right. Available December 15th
Oh, you picked a
Oh,
date.
wow.
Okay.
from Pornhub Studios.
Okay.
Oh,
great.
okay. Okay.
Unwrapping Christmas.
Of course. Is it in
Mary's
the same universe?
Desire.
Wait. So did you're jumping into the Hallmark universe with this one?
Oh yeah.
All
so
right.
is it
Oh,
gonna,
yeah.
It's gonna be. Should she work at?
Let me
Okay, sorry.
do it. Let me do
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Mary Louise Christmas, played by Sky Blue.
He's casting
A
it.
Wow,
smart
okay.
and sexy lawyer working for All Wrapped Up.
Oh wow. Okay. This
And
is
too
totally
busy
new.
for love.
Yeah.
Must travel to her hometown for the holidays to represent an old friend, Karina, played by Angela White. Pro bono.
Of course. Yeah.
Yep.
After being accused of stealing. Things go south.
Wait, who's accused of stealing?
Her friend,
Her friend.
Karina.
Yeah.
Stealing from who?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, just general
Just-
theft.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Just, okay.
Yeah, she's a miscreant.
Right, yeah. Grew up on the
I was
streets.
originally it was going to be for stealing lemons from an orchard, but I was like, that's too on the nose with the meme.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things got look it up, kids.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
Things go south when the prosecutor turns out to be her none other than her ex-boyfriend and former football star Braden, played by
Braden.
Chad Bronson.
Braden. That is.
Yeah.
That name.
That's a
That name needs.
that's
to
a
go
high school
away.
football star right
Oh,
there.
it's when but that's the thing is, that's what my question. Like you always, Braden, it's a high school football. You never hear of adult Braden. Do they just die off at 19? If you name,
Yeah, they go into the military.
Yeah. It's the same.
They
reason,
don't
like,
make the college
You've
career.
never met a young Gertrude. Like
Yeah,
you
they don't.
just,
They
like-
don't. They don't get into the NFL, so they go into the military and they die.
Yeah.
That's
okay,
what happened.
that might
That's
explain
what
it.
happened,
Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
so once again though, so who's the main character? So the girl who's
Mary
Sky Blue
Louise Christmas is the main character, the lawyer.
is a lawyer.
Yeah, who works it all wrapped up, but
Mm-hmm.
she's going back home to save her friend.
Her friend who is
Has been accused of stealing.
accused of stealing.
Yep.
Okay, and she's representing her.
Yep.
Pro bono.
Pro bono.
Pro bono.
And then the person that she stole from is the
No, the prosecutor.
of the
of the crime.
Yeah,
Braden went from a football player to a lawyer.
Hey,
A prosecutor.
This is
this
a
is
magical
the Pornhub universe.
This
Oh
is
my
a
God.
magical
Okay.
universe, okay? Bradens can become lawyers in this. Yes, we all know in real life
So
there
he's
is no
the
such thing as a
one
lawyer
Braden
named Braden.
that didn't go into the military and became an attorney. Okay.
If you're listening to this podcast and your name is Braden, I apologize now, but I don't know if you should still be alive.
Tell us where are you now?
Yeah.
Braden. After
You're
high
either
post
in the
high school
military
college, what's your life?
or
If you
an
are
attorney.
a post high school Braden, tell us what's going on in your life.
All right. And her judge is her all too anal mother, Hannah, played by Corey Chase.
I don't know. Is that legal? Is there not a? Can the judge be related to the
Why not?
to the defendant?
It's a small town. What
No,
choice
I
do you
do.
have?
Yeah, I
I don't
do think
think
that
you
would
can.
be.
Look, are we
It's a conflict of
applying? Are we
interest.
applying real
that
legal
would
rules
be-
to buy
yes,
Yes,
Pornhub?
we are.
Like,
If you want this movie to be a success, okay,
I mean,
you gotta think of the details.
I can tell you, Robert, on the Pornhub page in the comments, about
wait,
five down underneath the 5 guys, you're like, I'd get some of that. There will be one guy who's like, I don't know how believable this is.
Yeah.
I really couldn't finish because when I found out her mother was the judge, I just knew that was a conflict of interest. And then I was like, well, I'm out. There goes my fantasy right there.
Can a lawyer defend a client in front of a judge that is their parent?
I feel like the judge has to step down. That's a conflict
Yeah,
of
I think
interest.
it's a conflict of interest.
I mean,
Oh wait, no. A lawyer generally cannot defend a client in front of a judge who is their parent. But fuck
Yeah,
it, whatever.
see?
You know.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I'm
Like I
telling you,
said-
this is where it
like I
all
said,
breaks
Anyway,
down.
look, okay.
Six comments down.
The Pornhub writers and the viewers don't care about
They
the
I
law.
care.
guarantee
I
6
care.
comments down,
Yeah.
there will be a guy who
Yeah.
could not finish because he's like, yeah, I just couldn't really stay
Yeah.
in it when I found
This is
out
not
her-
believable
her mom was
whatsoever.
the judge. I was just like, well,
Yeah.
I can't really. This isn't believable at all.
Taking me out of the immersion.
Taking me completely out. I was
I've
there
got
when
limp.
Braden was a lawyer, but
This holiday season will
Now
marry.
it could be her. Like the judge's name could be like Mama Lynn, and she's just like the local judge. But like,
Fair enough.
yeah,
Fair-
okay.
we can workshop it.
we're
Okay.
gonna. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we can get off the mics. And we
This
can-
this holiday season, Will Mary, along with her stepbrother co-counsel Noel, played by Danny D,
Gotta get some stuff.
give Karina the release she so desperately needs, and possibly land a man or 2 or 3.
Ah,
Who's
3
gonna
wise
land the
men.
man?
3
Uh,
wise
Mary
men
Louise
reference
Christmas,
right there.
the main character.
Is going to.
Oh, she's gonna have sex with everyone.
Yeah.
I mean,
Where's this? How is this relationship happening? Okay,
so anyway,
like,
so I
is
want
she-
this.
Is she?
What kind of porn do you watch?
My porn has details and no plot holes.
My porn is short up
yeah.
100%.
I want this-
I
yeah.
know where the story's going.
So I envision this. I need to talk to the Pornhub people because I want them to make this movie with no sex or nudity. I want it to be a real heartfelt
With
Christmas
plot holes?
movie.
So you're not gonna
Well, we
have
can-
sex and you're
It
still gonna
needs
have
some
plot
work.
holes?
It needs some work.
I don't know.
It needs a little bit more time in the oven
And
to
who is
bake
she?
for sure.
Who is she having sex with? Is
Anyway.
it the
But no,
the
like every.
witnesses? Is it the like?
Oh no, the
jury?
stepbrother,
The
the
prosecutor.
prosecutor, probably
oh, yeah.
the
Who's
mom,
the stepbrother
like
again?
the stepbrother
Yeah,
is our co-counsel.
Okay.
she's got co-counsel.
Well, I mean, it's like she's a lawyer. Her mom's a judge. It's a family
Why
thing.
wouldn't the brother be? Yeah.
I guess so.
That part's believable.
I
Yeah.
guess.
That part is. I mean,
Yeah.
If we're going to start
It's not
poking-
believable that he's like not stuck in like a washer and dryer at home. But
Anyway, I would envision them making this movie, but being very serious and hallmarky about it. And like every time they like starts to get like sexy, just someone like interrupts.
Mhm.
You know, so
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as soon as you start hearing like that soft like jazz
Yeah.
music, somebody just like a cow shows up or something because they're in a weird town. You know?
And then all of a sudden it's like, counselor, we got a new information. Like, oh crap, stop it. Go to read the latest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
actually, this
I like that. I
inspires-
will give you, but I do also feel like Hallmark will have something to say. But I'll give you props for adding it into the all wrapped up.
You know,
universe.
as soon as I saw Unwrapping Christmas, I immediately thought of the name of a porn.
Yeah. I was like, I really like that you added into the universe, but I also feel like there's gonna, because I don't think Hallmark is working
you would have to call it
Pornhub,
something else. Yeah,
because I feel like Hallmark's gonna be like, hold up, this is our cinematic universe, and we're not down with the porn movie.
So we also need to establish what she is accused of stealing.
Well, so based on what we know now, I did run this through some Chat GPT.
Yes.
Do we want to do a little explicit short?
Or do we want to add that as a bonus feature?
A little bonus episode and go through that, and maybe we can get some details.
Let's add that to the bonus.
So the first time I ran it through, I just put the description and said, hey, write me a movie based on a 1 hour movie based on this description.
Yeah.
The first one it came up with was the title was Mary Louise Christmas. The genre was romantic comedy holiday.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, hey, rewrite this as a Pornhub original, which I didn't think that it was going to do. And it did.
ChatGPT, like, I got you, bro.
Yeah. And let me see here. I gotta scroll through all this stuff. They renamed it to Mary Louise Christmas, a holiday release.
Oh my gosh, that's
with the
great.
genre romantic comedy holiday adult.
Oh yeah, of course, obviously. Yeah.
So we can look through both of those in a separate little short because we don't want it's going to get explicit, I assume, and I don't want to mess up our stuff here on the show. Rating. But anyway, good pick with the Iceland one.
Yep. The Christmas Quest.
I'm very excited.
Yep. We're going to get into that. No, thanks for coming on again, Mike.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Every time.
I look forward to this.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did think legitimately did think about my trip influencing this recording. That did occur to me before. I was like, man, it's a bad time.
That's why he picked the international Christmas movie. He's an international movie.
It did have some influence. I was in Salzburg and there was a Krampus, because the Krampus run happens December 6th. I missed it by like a day when I was like going to Salzburg, but they still had a display of all the Krampus like thing. It's terrifying. And like,
so we have the Santa run, so they do the Krampus run.
They do a Krampus run on St. Nicholas Day, which is
more
December
terrifying.
6th. Yeah. And they have these guys that are. Have you seen the costumes for these Krampus?
I bet it's crazy. Yeah,
they're absolutely terrifying. I'll pull it up later. But like, and then they literally run through the city, like scaring as many people as possible and like getting up in their face and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
I wanna have. I mean, if they got the Krampuses and we got the Santa Claus, I feel like there should be like a showdown somewhere. Like 100 Krampuses versus 100 Santa Clauses.
Yeah.
Take your bet.
Well, that's the show. Look forward to our episode where we cover
a Christmas Quest.
Excellent. Again, yes, thank you, Mike, for being here and helping us pick our movie this year. As always, you can find us on our website, watchinitpod.com. There you can find links to our social media and to email us, watchinitpodcast@gmail.com. We want to hear from you, Bradens. Where are you now? What was your life after high school in 1998?
Especially if you are a Braden that is now an attorney. I really want to hear from you.
If you are a Braden and you don't have to be a practice. If you have a law degree
or just studying for it,
let us know. We would honestly love to have you on the podcast. just to sit down. Can't wait to sit down at our meeting with lawyer Braden. Anyways, if you like everything, guys, thank you so much for listening. We got, of course, a Christmas special coming up. We have our best of coming up. We're going to be doing in January when we get back to Talking It. You know, we take a little bit of break in the holidays because we got a lot of moving pieces, but we got Talking It coming back, and we're going to, get some guests on there too. And yeah, just give us any ratings, reviews. 5 stars.
All right.
What?
Before you pause it. Just a little extra here. Bentley and Moore LLP, attorney Braden R. Bentley.
Oh, you looked it up.
Braden is a second-generation trial attorney at Bentley and Moore. That's a terrible name for a law firm, Bentley and Moore. They don't care about the other named partners. They're just Moore. Yep. He graduated from Azusa Pacific University. Yep.
Of course they're in California.
Braden K. Jones from Latham and Watkins.
Can you guys just send them a link? Just send a random email to the link to this podcast episode.
Okay.
No context. Just send them.
Oh,
an
this
email.
dude looks like a Braden.
Yeah, no, wait, I don't want
looks
to.
like a
Oh, damn, no, I wanted to guess because look at it. Look at this is all the attorneys, and I'm like, look at this. Who's the Braden? And I was picking this guy. I thought that was Braden, but there's Braden over there. But both of them are good Braden.
That's a Donnie. For sure.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.